Everyone, Grace here, and I wanted to welcome Richard from Mango. We love Mango. They've been an amazing partner to have for MDIB, and I thought that we would come on and ask Richard some questions. How are you doing, Rich?
I'm doing great, thank you. And it's always fun to be part of your group and hopefully offer a little bit of insight to how Mango can benefit your members. So thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It looks beautiful where you are. It's nice and sunny.
Yeah, just here in Utah, where Mango is, based and started. So that's where home is for us.
Wonderful. Well, let's get to it. If you wouldn't mind, can you explain the core features of Mango Voice and how they benefit practices?
Yeah, so very, very quick overview. Mango is a voice over IP phone system, so essentially internet phones. And what that allows people to do is, take their office on the road. You can get a mobile app. You can check all of your voicemails. We handle your e-fax or your virtual fax. We record all of the calls, and we handle all of your inbound, outbound, and we can set up specific ring groups, or determine when do you want a phone to ring. If you want phones to ring in the front first, and then after a few seconds ring in the back, we can do that. And we can even set up remote extensions. So if you have employees working from home, or your office manager works from home, you can set up a phone there, and they basically operate as if they're in the practice. So Mango does a lot, and but if you take anything away from this, we'll take care of all your phones. So that's what we do best.
Okay, got it. Very cool. It's a lot. It's
It
amazing.
is. It
Uh,
is.
I'm impressed. How would you approach troubleshooting a common issue that a client might face with Mango Voice?
Yeah, yeah. So this is an area where Mango is very good at. I mean, we all know that customer support is key. Anytime you choose a vendor or you choose a product, you want to know that it's going to be supported, and you're going to be able to get a hold of someone if you have questions. Year to date, Mango has a less than 1 minute answer rate on support calls. And so you don't need like a specific contact or like a login or anything like that. You really just need to call our support line, and you're going to speak to a live agent. You're not going to talk to a chat bot or some sort of AI recording. You'll speak to a live person and get your issues taken care of in less than a minute, which is just unheard of in the space today.
Yes, very cool. Thank you for that. Can you
Mm-hmm.
describe a scenario where integrating Mango Voice with other business tools would be advantageous?
Yeah, yeah. So, Mango, one of the areas where we're different from a lot of our competitors is that we integrate with a lot of the softwares that practices are using. And so we can generate things like screen pops or that patient pops, so you know who's calling before you pick up the phone. We can do things like click to call. So when you're auditing accounts, if you want to automatically dial out to people, you don't have to dial numbers anymore. And we can even write back call information into the communication logs in your practice management software. So aside from just being a phone provider, Mango is connecting your phone system with the software you have in the dental practice. And they're not massive things, but they're those subtle things that just make life easier for the practice. And that
Mhm.
in turn creates a better patient experience as well.
Got it. What are some potential challenges that businesses might face when switching over to Mango Voice, and how would you navigate or mitigate so that it's streamlined and seamless?
Yeah. So, change is scary, right? And people hear this, they say, oh, well, maybe it's a good option, but we like what we have. And, we don't want to go through all this heavy lifting of the change. And, with Mango, you don't have to worry about losing your numbers. You keep all your same numbers.
Mhm.
You don't have to worry about downtime. We always make sure that we have active numbers working. So even while you're switching, you won't have any downtime. And we do the install. So we do a remote install. We ship the phones directly to your office. You just have to plug them in, and then we remote in and do the entire setup for you. And then we do a training on top of that. So all of the heavy lifting, all the concern about is this going to be a lot of work? Mango like takes all that off your shoulders, so it's stress free. And that only takes about 2 weeks from the time you sign up with Mango till you switch.
That sounds easy peasy. All right. Well, very good. Obviously, it's not your first rodeo, so so I
Yeah.
think you guys have it down.
Yeah.
Um, how does Mango Voice compare to other voice over IP solutions in this market?
Yeah. So, there's a lot of different phone companies out there. Everybody's trying to have this feature or that feature. The big difference between us and other phone companies is that we're actually in dentistry. We're listening to dentists. We're asking them what features do you guys want, and we're building those features. We're not telling dentists how to run their practice. We're listening to them and saying, how do you want to run your practice, and how can Mango support that from the phone and voice side? So when a dentist talks to us and says, I would like my phones to do this, we make it happen. And you're not going to get that with other phone providers. They're going to say, here's what you can do, and they're going to put you in a box.
Mm.
Well, Mango is going to adapt to your practice's needs, and that's just how we're different from everyone else in the space.
So, quick question, because I've never done voiceovers in my office or anything like that. How does that work? Like, so then is it just charged through your internet company, or like do you still get a phone bill? Like how does that work?
Yeah, great question. So Mango is not the internet company, right? We are the phone company. So we piggyback off your internet. We run off of your existing internet, and then you get a separate phone bill, with Mango. So we're not going to be your internet provider, but I can guarantee that our costs are very competitive and typically more affordable than your average internet and phone company bundled together.
Okay, great. And you offer our mommy dentist our own special pricing, right?
Yes, 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 you do. So the Mommy Dentist MDIB group gets a 15% discount. We give 3 months of service and free phones on top of that, which the savings, stack up real fast when you have to buy the actual equipment. So no equipment costs for you guys and 3 months of service and discounted rates. So it doesn't get much better than that. And I think we're going to be at your summit, and we'll probably throw even more specials that way if you're at the summit. So
Amazing. And you've been to our summit before, and I think I have to ask you, what do you love about our summit?
oh my gosh, it's the funnest group in the world, and I was so lucky to feel like I could just be a small part of it, right? So many fun events and just a lively bunch of people. And you guys know your craft. I gotta say, when people were coming up and saying, "Hey, here's the problems we're having with our phones," they're very invested. It's not just, "Hey, we're a group that's here to have fun." You guys are looking out for your practice and trying to figure out what's the best product to have there. So very inquisitive, very knowledgeable group, and I mean, just highest caliber. 5 stars to all of you guys.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you for being a great support and partner to MDIB. And we will see you at the summit. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.